My name is Bill Schroeder, and on behalf of my partner, Jeannie White Melendez, I'd like to welcome you to Virtual Vein Center, your source for online education for the phlebology and vascular specialist. Virtual Vein Center is dedicated to providing high quality education in a most convenient and effective method. We offer you a wide variety of topics, including the performance and interpretation of duplex ultrasound examination in the treatment of patients with chronic venous disease. While we have taken great care to make this site very user friendly and the navigation intuitive, I'll take just a few minutes to walk you through the site, provide some examples of what you will find here and how the presentations are laid out, as well as highlight some of the additional resources available to you at Virtual Vein Center. So when you arrive at the home page of virtualveincenter.com, the first thing I'd like to draw your attention to is the address line. And if you'll notice, this is a secure site, and we have gone to great lengths to protect your information. We include a fairly standard menu bar across the top, and feel free to browse around the different menu items, or if you click the green button, Find Your Course, you can go straight to the selection of courses that Virtual Vein Center offers. From the Find Your Course button, you're taken to the courses offered page. Here we have subdivided these courses into ultrasound courses, those presentations dealing with the treatment of chronic venous disease, as well as front office courses, which would include presentations on billing and marketing, for example. Additionally, from the drop-down menu on the top, you can go specifically to the category of course that you're mostly interested in. For your convenience, we have also categorized the various presentations within each main section. For example, here is ultrasound courses, and you can see these are subdivided into the ultrasound introduction presentations, or those more basic. We have advanced ultrasound courses, as well as those that are designed specifically for interpretation of the duplex ultrasound data, as well as we have a number of courses within the physics and hemodynamics subtopic. In order to view the courses within any of these subcategories, simply click the View Courses on the right. For an example of how the presentations are set up, here's a clip from Jeannie's talk on iliac vein imaging.
Hello, my name is Jeannie White Melendez, and I'm going to be speaking to you today on iliacs galore. Our objectives are for you to be able to understand the importance of knowing the venous anatomy prior to picking up the transducer, the limitations that you will encounter in the pelvis and abdomen, describe how to perform an IVC and iliac vein ultrasound examination, discuss the diagnostic parameters involved with that, and identify 3 take-home tricks or points that you'll be able to use in your vein center or vascular lab as soon as the lecture is complete. Here's an example of the vena cava, which is represented in blue. The aorta is represented in red. I'm pointing to the vena cava there. Now watch the vena cava. First, you'll see the iliac arteries bifurcate. Then you'll see the common iliac veins bifurcate. The left is on the right side of the screen, and the right is on the left side of the screen. Remember, you're cross-sectional. So you can clearly see common iliac arteries, common iliac veins. We're going to go back up proximally to the vena cava and aorta. I've really not done a lot of movement. This is right around the level of the umbilicus, and it's just a little movement with my wrist to get those views. Because of the stenosis that we found in the iliac on the left, the patient went on to further testing because she was so symptomatic. So you're going to see the wire that's already in, the balloon catheter that's just been inflated. And as he tries to advance proximally, you're going to see that he's having some difficulty, and then it slipped right past that narrowing there. So then he takes a second to dilate that narrowing.
Let's say today I'm interested in treatment courses. So I go to the treatment courses subcategory, and wow, pumps of the leg looks interesting to me. Note the menu bar below the topic. I can look at additional CME information, find out more about the course author or authors, as well as look at reviews. But this looks intriguing to me, so I'm going to click the Read More link. So this opens up a more complete course description, as well as a listing of the course objectives. I can also see a little bit more about the author, John Moriello. Boy, that guy knows veins. So I've added this course to my cart, and I can continue shopping or go straight to checkout. If you have not already logged in, or you don't have a Virtual Vein Center user account, the system will prompt you to either log in or create an account. The checkout process is probably pretty standard, and I'm sure you're most likely very familiar with that. There's a number of checks throughout the system to verify that you know exactly what is in your cart, as well as the proper billing information. You will then arrive on the My Account page, and this is kind of your operations center. You can see whatever courses you have purchased, and we'll go into that a little bit more. You can update or change your account profile. You can see a copy of your results of any quizzes that you take, as well as your order history and a number of various other topics that So if I go to my courses, you can see a number of subtopics there: in progress, completed, and uncompleted. These are my completed courses. You can see the date that I enrolled in these, the credit hours that I obtained, and when the course was completed. Additionally, the titles are active links so that you can return to that presentation, and you will have the ability to revisit that if you wish. I have clicked on the In Progress tab, and here I can see a listing of the courses that I have registered for. If I look along the right side, I can see where I am in terms of progress for any of those courses. The first three, I have already viewed the presentation, and I'm at the stage of taking the quiz. The bottom presentation, Coding, Billing, and Appeals, I have not yet viewed the presentation. You can also return to your results. This is from the My Account tab. If we look at My Results, I will have a listing of the presentations that I have viewed and the examinations that I have completed. You can see when I started and finished those presentations, how I scored on the examination, and in particular, because we're dedicated to you being able to actually learn and revisit this information, you can go back and review this quiz as well as your answers at any time after course completion. So I'm going to walk you through what you will actually experience when you take a course. For example, ambulatory phlebectomy. So as I go to visit this presentation, I will see this course outline along the right, and you'll notice presentation is highlighted in blue, and that's an active link. So I can click on that. The presentation will then begin in a video format, and this of course can be made full screen. Once you complete the presentation, the quiz link becomes active, and this will take you to the page that explains the quiz. You can see the various parameters are listed, and this allows you to test your knowledge gained, as well, of course, is necessary for obtaining the medical education credits. We don't just provide you with a raw score or pass or fail. We list the results so you can review these. Even if you scored enough to obtain the credit, if you missed any, you can go back and review these answers and find out the correct answer. Again, relaying the knowledge is our primary goal. I missed one question on this quiz, so I can go back and see actually which question I missed and find out really what the right answer actually is. If you successfully complete the examination, you are then taken to an evaluation, which of course I'm sure you're very familiar with. This is also a requirement for obtaining the continuing education credit. We ask one more thing, and that is that you rate this course. You can see you asked to choose a star rating as well as any recommendations that you may have. Because we're very dedicated to constantly improving this site, we ask for your honest recommendations and suggestions as how we can improve this course, the site in general, or recommendations for other courses. You then navigate to this screen where you can actually claim your credit. This may seem a little bit redundant, but when you claim the credit, the system goes back and checks that in fact you reviewed the presentation, you successfully completed the quiz, as well as filled out the course evaluation, and then it says, yes, you get awarded the credit. If you then click Certificate Complete, you have access to that CME certificate. This page gives you a number of choices. You can immediately choose to download a copy of your CME certificate in a PDF format for your records. Of course, this is always accessible through the site at a later date as well. You can return to the course to review some of the information if you wish. You can go back to the various courses that you have already enrolled in and take another course, or you can look to find a new course to enroll in. I'd like to take a few additional moments to highlight some of the other features of Virtual Vein Center. From the main menu, if you go to Resource Libraries, you'll find a wide variety of resources that will definitely be of interest to you. These range from papers and scientific articles that are required reading for anyone working in phlebology, as well as a variety of forms and sample reports that may help you in your practice. We also list additional resources we recommend and how to obtain them. These can be viewed in their entirety, but are also categorized by categories and/or specific courses here on Virtual Vein Center. Finally, from the main menu, if you go to About, you'll get the drop down, click on Affiliations, and here you can find links to various professional societies and organizations that are pertinent to vascular ultrasound and in particular phlebology. These include professional societies that you should consider supporting by becoming a member, as they not only provide an array of services to you, but support our profession at not only a governmental level, but throughout the world. Additionally, we include links to a number of colleagues and other organizations that may be of interest, and we hope you find these links useful. Thank you for visiting Virtual Vein Center, your source for online education for the vascular and phlebology specialist. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email me at bill@virtualveincenter.com.